In 2023, Hollywood's Producer Alliance proposed a deal. We would pay background actors for half a day's labor, which is less than $150, to scan their bodies and faces to make digital copies.
The entire business model has been changed by streaming, digital, AI.
The studios would then own that replica forever, using their likenesses in future films and TV series, completely free. This, of course, spiked huge controversy and the subsequent union strike that left the entire Hollywood kaput.
Strike.
On strike together, everything shut down.
This is a moment of history.
The industry is still struggling.
Protections against AI.
Eventually, Hollywood buckled under the pressure of public fury. But while Americans celebrated, China was facing the exact nightmare the actors were trying to prevent. Qihai, 26 years old, started her modeling career as a side hustle during her college years and saw her career take off, appearing in shoots for Vogue magazine as well as the Shanghai Film Festival. Yet on March 30th, 2026, Qihai woke up to find her face stolen by a hit microdrama series.
On the evening of March 30th, 2026, I was informed by a fan that a microdrama titled The Peach Blossom Pledge had stolen and misused my likeness. I have every reason to believe that this show used AI to graft my face onto one of its characters.
Meanwhile, a makeup artist named Bai Cai was shocked to see himself in the show, even though he had never acted a day in his life. This is the true story behind the landmark lawsuit exposing the dark side of China's AI microdramas, where everyday people like you and me are targeted, hijacked, and cloned without consent. How did people fall victims of this new technology? The answer lies in China's multi-billion-dollar microdrama industry. Microdramas, or verticals, are short 1 to 3 minute episodes filmed specifically for your phone. They're often packed with scandalous romance and wild twists.
You're not my daughter. You're just a mistake.
Sporting unhinged titles like Beyoncé's Betrayal, Dante's Inferno. Even if you've never watched one, chances are you've scrolled past them on TikTok or YouTube. And behind these viral clips is an economic powerhouse. In China, microdramas have uprooted their traditional film and TV industry. In 2024, it generated $6.9 billion, out-earning China's entire domestic box office. And this booming market was given another boost as generative AI gained maturity. Production companies realized that by using AI, they could cut costs by 90%. And of course, they did what Hollywood didn't dare to do. No more real actors, camera crews, or physical sets. In China, traditional workflows are being erased by AI video generation. In March 2026 alone, near 50,000 new AI series were uploaded to Douyin, China's TikTok. Stats show that 95% of all new microdramas produced by April this year are AI generated. What started as a niche in China has now grown into a global gold rush, with an estimated revenue of $14 billion by the end of this year. Disney and Fox Entertainment have placed their bets on the format, while Peacock announced that both unscripted and scripted microdramas will hit its streaming service by this summer. Even in the heart of Hollywood, the job market has been swallowed whole. As a screenwriter, a friend of mine put it, microdramas are the only work left in town. So love it or hate it, AI microdramas are here to stay, and unfortunately, people are paying the price. 4 months ago, an AI microdrama called The Peach Blossom Pledge launched on Hongguo, a massive vertical series platform owned by ByteDance. Shortly after its release, the show went viral, not for its stellar content, but because it faced explosive accusation of stealing people's faces. So here are some screenshots from the microdrama, and here are the actual photos of Bai Cai and Qihai. Notice anything? Yeah, they look identical, except the show pictured them in a really poor light. Qihai suspects there's something even darker behind this technology.
By now, I'm pretty sure my face is in the database. It's been fed into models like AI, like the mainstream models. Technically speaking, there's no way to remove my face, my digital likeness from the entire system.
Both Bai Cai and Qihai first heard this terrible news through either their friends or fans. Neither of them had signed any contract with the production company. nor were they previously informed that the show would use their images. Qihai even expressed her compassion and fear regarding Bai Cai's experience. She said, "I'm a model, I'm a public figure, but Bai Cai's post only had 20-something likes, and his face got stolen as well." Before we got heated, we might want to ask, why would they do this? Well, Lian Fei, an AI microdrama director, told me the root cause is that the production companies want to avoid generic AI faces. By design, default AI-generated faces always look flawlessly smooth and heavily standardized, lacking the flaws that make us human. Another director, Kang Nai, told me this.
Each AI model comes with pre-baked, copyright-free faces. You can use this likeness however you want. The downside is that everyone ends up looking identical, even to the point that every single character has the same face.
Well, obviously, you can't have your lead actress and the vengeful ex looks the same. On top of that, mainstream models like Dramina and Clean AI have strict built-in guardrails protecting celebrities' likenesses. If you want to use a pop star's face, for example, you'll need explicit personal sign-off and official authorization letter. So, to create a character with distinct, memorable features without using a celebrity, some creators resort to a shady shortcut, stealing photos from the social media profiles of everyday individuals. And it's worth noting that these models don't just randomly harvest real people's face on their own. As Lian Fei cleanly put it, AI isn't the thief here, humans are.
Because I'm not, conventionally attractive or because I have moles on my face, they just thought this could be the face of a villain.
On April 3rd, following massive online backlash, Hongguo issued an official statement. Due to the production company failing to provide evidence justifying their fair use of the material within the mandatory 72-hour review window, the Peach Blossom Pledge was taken down. Furthermore, all upcoming microdramas from the said company have been suspended from launching for the next 15 days. The show's production team, despite all the controversy, has remained silent. Qihai and Bai Cai are not satisfied.
I mean, what sort of a penalty was that? This whole face-stealing thing, whether it's against me or other artists, has happened more than a few times.
Honestly, I'm not really open to a settlement. They need to pay a price for this. First, a clear violation of rights demands fair compensation. Am I right? Just because I'm an ordinary person, it doesn't mean the infringement of my likeness shouldn't have consequences.
So they wanted to file lawsuits, but with no prior cases to lean on. Suffice to say, the process wasn't easy. Bai Cai's attorney Yan Wenlong said that even though the striking resemblance between the characters and the real people constitutes likeness infringement, they still need to clarify how it amounts to defamations. Here's how they intend to approach this. To win a defamation case, you have to prove the act actually ruined your reputation. And given how rapidly AI microdramas can go viral, when a show clones someone and depicts them in such a degrading light, the damage is self-evident. This would mean that the victims aren't required to bring extra proof to court. On May 15th, Qihai learned that her case has been successfully filed, setting a major legal precedent for unauthorized digital replicas in the AI microdrama space. Obviously, this is only the start.
I'm in the center of all this. Basically, I carry the whole storm with me. The companies are not going to pick a controversial model for their shoots.
As the lawsuit keeps going, a new issue has unfortunately come up. Qihai started getting DMs from her fans, spotting her face in different AI microdramas. But this time, they weren't perfect clones. They looked like her, but just enough to make you do a double take. If this is the case, Qihai's suspicions about her face being fused into AI could be true. Liu Kai, a lawyer from Beijing Zhongwen law firm, explained that digital likeness infringement is rapidly evolving. To dodge lawsuits, companies have stopped using simple copy and paste tactics. Instead, they use AI to create look-alike faces. They will intentionally keep a real person's most recognizable features like their face shape, nose structure, dimples, or moles, and tweak everything else. Liu is very firm on his stance. He believes that likeness infringement isn't about intent, it's about recognition. Under China's civil code, if people look at an AI figure and immediately think of a real-life person, that already constitutes as a violation. But the reality is grim. For one, victims rarely know their faces are being scraped for AI training, and even if they do, time is against them. These microdramas have a hyper-short life cycle. The prime cash grab window is within the first 7 days. By the time a victim takes notice and gathers evidence, the production company would have already cashed out on tens of millions of views. To make things worse, some companies hide behind overseas models and layers of outsourcing to cover their tracks. Ultimately, the time and money spent fighting the case would cost way more than the reward. Regulations is long overdue. We all know what deepfakes are. Remember how people were panicking back in 2017 when the technology first emerged? Well, 9 years have passed and we've seen everything from deep Tom Cruise to Grok's explicit AI images to the $25 million video cost scam in Hong Kong. But today, AI video misuse has gone way beyond basic deepfakes. To be clear, we do have laws. In fact, China was the first country to implement regulations regarding AI-generated content and deep synthesis, legally requiring all AI content to be clearly watermarked. In Europe, the EU AI Act will become fully applicable this August. And in the US, the Take It Down Act and the Defiance Act aim to counter malicious explicit AI deepfakes. I should also mention that very recently, a new legislation, the No Fakes Act, is being pushed with bipartisan support. This act specifically establishes protections against the unauthorized use of a person's voice, image, and likeness through AI-generated digital replicas. This could be a very good start. Apart from the laws, Chinese microdrama platforms have also updated their algorithms to flag deepfake faces. Creators must provide authorization and consent from the real person or face a permanent ban on both their series and their companies. But are these algorithms bulletproof? Well, I have my doubts. Plus, with tighter regulations, some companies are repackaging these shows with unauthorized digital replicas for overseas apps. Regulations can patch loopholes, but they can't fix the broken system. As someone who works behind the scenes, Bai Cai has never wanted the spotlight.
Well, I'm a little introverted. I don't really talk when I'm around strangers, and I don't like being on camera. Sure, being an actor or a handful model can make much more money. The whole reason I chose to be a stylist is because I didn't want to show my face.
Bai Cai's wish was not respected. The company simply decided to take his face. See, this is everyone's nightmare. A company can just grab your likeness and feed it into their tech. Your consent doesn't matter. Your privacy is treated like free data. Even if the law makes them pay back every cent they made, they can never truly repair the lasting damage done to the victims. I know laws are always a step behind, but AI is moving faster than any technology we've ever seen, and the lagging legal system leaves the door wide open for exploitation. If the law doesn't catch up soon, our identity may not be ours anymore. If you liked this video, please subscribe. We're a new channel and could use all the support we can get. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.